On the 24th of April 2020, CCP Games announced the Forsaken Fortress update for EVE Online. This update was intended to combat the proliferation of citadels and provide greater incentive for groups to bring down the countless numbers of structures in systems. Previously, structures in EVE took several cycles of a shield, armor, and structure time to destroy, and would require real-life equivalents of days and hours to allow defenders to rally a defense force. This discouraged groups from attacking, as it would require them to spend an hour reinforcing a structure, with no guarantee of successful destruction after its days-long invulnerability cycles, and no guarantee of rewards, because all the assets inside would be asset safety, unless it was in a wormhole. On the 26th of May, the update hit, and now 7 days later, structures entered abandoned mode. Structures that are unfueled for 7 days will be made abandoned, and no longer have asset safety protection, nor invulnerable timers for their shield, armor, or structure. This update, in my opinion, was poorly executed. EVE Online is a game with over 15 years of history, and asset safety has existed for the last 4 years. Some structures in EVE are years old, and they are full of people's life belongings and assets that they expected to be protected under asset safety. Many EVE players are full-time working adults, and they are unable to consistently participate in the game, working jobs such as the military, or overseas, or essential workers in the current COVID-19 epidemic. This update took less than 45 days to announce, implement, and activate, and it has brought down years of people's personal belongings that they previously thought was safe. Items such as Tech2 Blueprint Originals, Alliance Tournament ships, personal item stashes have been removed from players' safety. Over what? Their inactivity? For putting real life over EVE? Not a single email was sent out to warn these players of the upcoming change. This is a massive middle finger to old players. These items should never have been taken away from them. There are a million better ways to implement this, including grandfathered asset safety for inactive players, as we currently do for active military personnel playing EVE Online, or a non-permanent form of an item loss. Ron USMC, a founder of Dreadit and Test Alliance, has stated the importance of asset safety. He is a war veteran and a working professional, and he frequently takes breaks from EVE Online, but returns. He states that many EVE players who return to find their belongings and hard work gone through no fault of their own will not return to the game, and this CCP is an update that will harm the long-term future of EVE. This hysteria and looting event will not last longer than 90 days, and afterward will come a silent majority of old players who log into the game, see their assets are lost, and will log off, never to return. I want to be clear when I say this. I am not against this update in any way. I like this update. However, I am against CCP's atrocious implementation and execution of this update. It is a travesty and a complete disservice to old and returning EVE Online players. My question to CCP is why not a single email was sent out to warn players of the asset safety changes. Many players do not follow the Twitch, or the Twitter, or the YouTube, but they do have the email which they signed on with. My question is, why did I receive an email about the new healer skin, or 10% off Plex, or the new Chapter 3 Invasion update, but not a single update telling me that my items, which I thought were safe, might be at risk due to changes in asset safety?